Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya and the 5th President of the Republic of Kenya. You know, all protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. You know, I'm a bit distracted because I have some neighbors there who I was sitting next to, and I wouldn't mention. But when the Deputy President was speaking, and then when my colleague was speaking, I wouldn't say who said what, but they reminded me that nilikuwa kwa hiyo timu ya reggae. Lakini ninawaambia, you know, niliokoka. You know, even the Bible speaks about those people who came. Kuna wale walianza saa 12 asubuhi. Kuna wale waliandikwa saa 4. Kuna wale waliandikwa saa 6. Na bado kuna time ya wale watakuja saa 9. Si ndio? Na wengine saa 10. Mwishowe mshahara ni ule ule. Kutangulia sio kufanya nini? Bora ufike. Then I'm trying very hard not to look at that side because there was quite a number of things they said which have made my day. I've actually even requested Murkomen to walk out so I'm able to talk. We have a problem, and you have heard from the Deputy President that we have a problem in Kenya. We have a problem with a regime that puts itself above the Constitution and the law many times. And we are not just saying it because we're on this side of the divide. There is evidence by the fact that there is over 300 court orders or more against that government. That tells you they've tried to do things that are in violation of the Constitution. Sometimes that regime puts itself even above or in the place of God. They want to decide who becomes what. Wewe, shuka chini. Wewe mama yako ni nani? Rudi hivi. You, we don't know you. You can't go there. Even to the extent, even if they don't say it directly, to say that the Deputy President doesn't qualify to be the President of Kenya because he does not come from a certain pedigree. That is putting yourself in the place of God. Mimi nimesema niliokoka. And we have refused to associate ourselves with that side. And we went to the side of hope and the side of God. That is what we believe. So we are not here just because you've heard what the Deputy President has said himself. He has a plan for Kenya. He doesn't just tell you, back me. He tells you why you should back him. And I don't believe that there's anybody who's going to walk out today unconvinced that this man deserves to be given the opportunity to lead the country as the 5th President of the Republic of Kenya. Now, from an economic perspective, so that I don't talk for long, and I know he has talked about the bottom-up economic model. There could be people here who have studied economics. But the bottom-up economic model is actually an economic, scientific model that will result in economic growth. If you want to grow an economy, you have two options. And I think I've said this before, maybe some of you have heard me say it. You can intervene on the fiscal side of the economy, or you can intervene on the monetary side. Now, on the monetary side, you deal with issues of money supply and issues such as the exchange rate. Now, you have heard, we don't have any money. That is why we don't save. So you cannot actually intervene on that side. The opportunity does not arise. you can't actually touch. We don't have money supply at this point in time. Now, on the fiscal side, you have two choices. You can go and tweak with the tax issues, play around with the taxes, increase, decrease here and there, and then you'll be able to expand the economy depending on the interventions that you make. You already know that Kenyans are overtaxed. Right now, the deputy president cannot say he's going to run for the seat of the president and say, well, I'm going to grow this economy by increasing your taxes. Kenyans, wherever they are, they want their taxes reduced. So the only other option left is actually on the expenditure side, which is really now what he's telling you is the bottom-up economic model. If you invest the amount of resources that you had that will be invested in the lower part of the economy of Kenya will grow roughly in the first year, and I'm speaking from experience and I'll tell you why, by about minimum of 5 to 6, roughly, first year. If he puts that 100 billion in SMEs and puts the 50 billion, wherever it is he has said, in housing and all that, you will earn economic growth in the first year over 5. By the second and third, you will be at probably 8 or 9%. And I'll tell you, because when I was in Treasury, I was the head of the economic stimulus program. And the economic stimulus program that actually turned our economy from a -2 growth rate to 8% during Kibaki's time. And that time we only invested 25 billion shillings only into the economy. We pushed it at the bottom, and that's the impact that we got. Everybody talks about President Kibaki turning around the economy. So we are here because we believe it. We have seen the program he has given us. He has talked to us. You have heard he understands it himself. It's not just theory. And we believe that this will bring hope to very many Kenyans. 80% of Kenyans are way below the poverty line. On the issue of the programs of the bottom-up, in Kirinyaga, you have heard about the things that we're doing because things are being imported. In Kirinyaga, we have a program called Wezesha Kirinyaga. And I'll just say one thing about Wezesha Kirinyaga. It's a bottom-up economic model. Why is it a bottom-up economic model? We look for farmers to empower them because they do not have that credit. They cannot borrow. And if they borrow, they can't pay. We provide them with resources to be able to put up a program for poultry. And so we get a group of 10, and we give them 1,250 chicks, and we provide them with feeds for 6 months, and we build the chicken house for them so that they can produce eggs. And in Kirinyaga, we're now producing about 1 million. We're now heading to 2 million eggs on that program a year, a month. Why did we do that? We did it because one day I was reading the newspapers and somebody said that we're importing 10 million eggs from Uganda every month. Why would Kenyans be importing eggs? This is the same concept of the bottom. So if you don't think it can work, it can actually work. All those people in that program have increased their income by about 1,000 shillings each per day. 1,000 shillings each per day for a farmer translates to about an extra 30,000 shillings a month on just one program. And these are people who did not have that income at all. So imagine you have a poultry line, then you have a dairy, and we are also doing the AI where we have, the dairy intervention where we are increasing the production of milk in Kirinyaga from 5 liters to 15 liters by, again, ensuring that we're giving proper feeds, but also improving the breed that we're giving out to our farmers. So it can be done. It's not theory, and it is really, really for the country of Kenya, something that will bring us a lot of hope. This is the only thing I would say. I've been on this side mostly because of loyalty, but then your conscience also can pull you to the other side because of reason and because of hope. this country of Kenya, where we are at, the way it is at, is unsustainable. You cannot sustain the country of Kenya the way it is today. Having the 4 richest people controlling over 80% of the resources in that country, it cannot work. It's not sustainable. And even if you manage to threaten, push people, arrest, it will reach a point that it will break. So we must find a solution for our country. And the solution for our country at this point in time, I'm not only persuaded, I am convinced and I'm convicted that that solution lies with William Samoei Ruto. So I think what we may ask for you, everybody has talked about the things that you've requested for and the things that you'll be given, so I will not go there. I know that you've already committed, Your Excellency, to give them a ministry that deals with their issues. I think what we will ask, let me also be on this side asking the diaspora. Niwaombe, ama niwaulize. This party, we will not win by just sitting and talking to ourselves in echo chambers. We stand a very good chance of winning. In fact, I'm coming short of saying we will win by the grace of God. I think we all need to play our part. You need to play a part also. Diaspora is most likely going to be voting. We have very many people in diaspora, here and in other countries. You are the voices that can reach them, explain to them, convince them, and bring them to our side so that we ensure that in diaspora, over 90%, in fact, if possible, 95% of the votes come to this side of UDA Kenya Kwanza. That is a request. For you to do that, you would have to give of your time. You would have to give of your resources. You would have to drive to somebody's home. You'd need to speak to your people at home also. Maybe even support the party or the local chapter. That is really what, on behalf of the team, because we have also given quite a bit, make a slight request. And because I heard there are very many preachers in the room, I don't know whether anyone knows what, I think it's 2 Corinthians 8:7 says. I know, and just as you excel, and just as you excel in everything, in faith, in speech, in knowledge, in earnestness, and in your love for us, see that you also excel in this grace of giving. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Anne. Let me ask finally, Governor of Turkana, Jonathan